Okay, so today I'm going to tell you about the how you can take the screenshot in Selenium. Okay, so in the previous session you have seen that this is my program, and this program I have just tried to complete all the user registration fields. Like this is the form, and then I will try to submit it. Okay, so let me run it again, then we'll. So let me run it and just see it is working fine or not. So I've run it. Okay, it is working fine. Now what I'm going to show you that what happens that when this flow is running, in this flow what is happening, it is getting the first name field, then it is trying to enter some in the first name field, then in the middle name, last name, age, in the drop down, it is trying to perform so many actions on this particular form. So at any point of time, what happens? Maybe you can say there can be the case of failure, like it is not able to click on the, you can say, JMeter checkbox. There can be scenarios, right? And that is called the fail. You are trying to click on the, like you can say, try to click or select the value from the drop down, like married. Okay. You are trying to select some radio button, female. You are trying to select some checkbox. You are trying to click on register. At any point of time, there can be a failure. Yes or no? That is called manual testing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what happens that whenever you are doing the manual testing, actually you are sitting in front of your machine. So now there is no challenge. What happens that if you are not able to select, like I'm trying to click on the married one, but it is not working. Suppose it is not selecting, it is still showing the unmarried. So I can at least I can easily you can say that okay, my drop down functionality is not working properly. If I'm trying to click on this Selenium checkbox, suppose I'm trying to click and it is not making ticked. So I can easily tell that okay, in front of me I have seen that whenever I'm trying to click on it, it is not checked. But what happens then your automation is run? What happens then? Whenever you try to run the automation, 99% automation run when there is no user present in front of the machine. That is the purpose of automation. You run the automation basically mainly in the weekends. And when you come to the, you can say next day on the Monday, on the weekday, you just come and analyze the result. That is the fact, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now now in that case, who is going to help you in analyzing? Definitely there will be a report at the time of framework. I will tell you that there will be a report. In the report, everything will mention. But what happens if you can say the logs are not sufficient to tell you that what is the actual problem? In that case, one other thing is going to help you, and that is the screenshots. When any step, if your test case is failing, at that time, if your automation is capturing the screenshot, at that time, you can easily analyze the failures. So how you can take the screenshot, that I'm going to tell you today. For example, when you enter the first name, okay, then you enter the middle name, last name. After that, I want to take a screenshot here. I want to take a screenshot. So let me write a code. Any point, anywhere you can write a code to take the screenshot. So how you can take the screenshot? For the screenshot, there is an interface. There is an interface that is called take screenshot. What is the name of the screenshot? You can say interface, take screenshot.
Take screenshot.
Because it is an interface, so we cannot we cannot create the object of an interface. You know that we can create only the object of a class. So here we are creating the reference take TSS in the short form. So we have created the reference. We can create the reference of an interface, but we cannot create the object of a interface. So I have created the reference of a take screenshot interface TSS. How we will get the object? Equal to, we cannot write new take screenshot, but there is an option. What is the option? Your driver. You have a driver. Okay, this is a reference variable of web driver type. You can do one thing. You can convert one object into the another object. Like if you want to convert the driver object into the take screenshot object, you can write in this way. Are you getting my point? What happens that you have a driver reference. What is the type of driver reference? You can see here at the top. What is the type of driver reference? Web driver. Getting my point? So what happens in Java? You have an option that you can convert one object or reference into the another type of object or reference. You can do it, but the condition is that it is not, you can say, possible for each and every class. There is some relation. There should be some relation between the two object to classes so that one object can be converted into the another one. So there is a relation between the take screenshot and the web driver. That's why you can convert the reference or object of driver into the take screenshot. And this thing is known as class casting. This is known as class
That's
when you convert, and there is a dedicated video in my YouTube channel on the class casting. If you want to go that, you can go there where I have mentioned the, you can say, not from the Selenium perspective, from the general perspective I have told you, so you will get more understanding on that. Okay, so again the thing is that when you convert one object or reference into the another class or interface object or reference, this is called class casting. Okay, now you got the, you can say, object in the TSS reference. Now you can call the function of this take screenshot interface, that is called get screenshot as. Okay, now in get screenshot as function, you have to pass a parameter that is called output type. Output type dot. Let me write output type, and you have to write dot. Why you are writing the dot? You will see, you are able to see that you are getting the 4 options like base 64, bytes, class, file. Okay, now anybody know about base 64? Anybody have any idea what is base 64?
no.
No, sir.
Okay, I will tell you what happens, that you can actually save your images. You can save your images in 3 formats. Like everybody know that you can save the image as a file, right? .png, .bitmap, .jpg, .gif. This is called file format. Okay, you can also save your screenshot or images in the form of bytes, and that is applicable for each and every file. What happens when you transfer your file from one location to another location from the network? That is the physical file? No, your file is converted into the bytes, and that byte travels from the network. Getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes.
You send a mail to your manager. What is the mail? You just draft something in the software. Then from your machine through the networks, it goes to the manager machine. Okay, and what it sends, actually the thing is that file first of all converted into the bytes, and that byte travels from the network. Everybody know this? Yes or no? Now the third thing is that your image can be stored in the string format also. In the string format you can also store, and that string format is actually known as base 64. Okay, your image can be stored in the form of base 64 also. So base 64, you can say that is the string representation of the image. You want to see, you can simply go to the internet and check that how to convert image in base 64. You are already getting this option, how to convert image in base 64. So here you will see, actually the thing is that base 64 is what is, sometime you have to save the file in the database, and you don't want to store as a byte, you don't want to store as a file, you want to store as a string. So in that case, it is used as base 64. You got the point? If anybody is interested, you can go and dig the internet what is detail in the base 64. But the base is that base 64 is a string representation of a image. Is it okay? Now, in our case, you know that 90% I don't want base 64 format. I don't want byte format, because I want to see the screenshot as a file. So that's why from the output dot type, you have to select the option file. Okay, why I've told you other things, because as your experiences, you can see increasing, you should be familiar other things also. Nobody know that what will be the future. In the future, maybe we are going to use base 64 in our automation due to some reason. So you should be aware about that. Okay, now we'll see what is the return type of get screenshot file. Okay, so when you call this function tss.get screenshot as, and you give the output file, what it do, that is very interesting thing. Let me create a file object. I will say src file. So what it will do, actually this line tss.get screenshot as is equivalent to print screen. Anybody know what is the use of print screen button? It captures it captures the screen and store in a stored in a concept that is called clipboard. Sometimes we have seen that your data is stored in the clipboard. You want to keep it or you want to erase it. Okay, so whenever you click on the print screen button, it actually takes the screenshot of your whole screen. So this functionality is actually doing the same thing. TSS.screenshot as means it has clicked on the print screen button. But this thing is stored in the memory. Yes or no? When you make a print screen,
Yes.
it stores the object or it stores the screenshot in the memory, not there a physical file. Yes or no?
Yes.
So in this case, what happened? This file is actually presenting the object of the file, which is stored in the memory after print screen button. And that is referenced by src file. So this is a object in the memory. Now I will do how you can see that what is captured in the screenshot. I will do one thing. I will create a physical file. I will create a physical file. How we can create the physical file? File target file equal to new file. Getting my point? When you create a new object of the file and within the constructor of the file, you can give the path of any file. So it will create a physical file for you. Getting my point? So let me do.
Yes.
So, and the same thing you do whenever you make a print screen button, then you open any paintbrush or you can say Word document, so that when you get say Control V, it actually print the, or you can say paste the value there. Yes or no?
Yes.
So in the same way, I can show you that thing also. Let me do one thing. I'm making a print screen. Now you'll see I have made the print screen. I have to show this file. So how? I will open, definitely I'm going to open something, MS Paint. When I click on MS Paint, then I can Control V. Then you are able to see the capture. Yes or no?
Yes.
So same thing I want to tell you, that same concept is used by Selenium. When you run this line, this is equivalent to click on print screen. You stored in a reference. This is not a physical file. It is a reference in the memory. Then you create a target, means a physical file. So I'm just giving a path of the location. So usually I use a particular path so that I can erase the file in the future. So this is the location, this one. And here you get the path, then // and you can give any name. So for example, let me check. Is there any file with the name of Payal here? No. So I can take the example of Payal. Payal, Payal dot, and because you want to create a you can say image file, so you have to give the extension. So is it okay? What this line will do? This line will create a physical file on your Pradeep data with the name of file.png, but it will be the blank file. Is it okay? So it will be the blank file. So it will be a blank PNG file. Now what you have to do? Whatever you have is taken a screenshot. What is you can say available in the src file? That is the clipboard thing. You have to paste in target file. And this is something like files dot copy. There is a function that is called files copy. So what it will do? It will copy the content from the src. I will say src copy from, and I will write target file. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So you can see it is very, very simple. It is very, very simple that what it will do. What is that? Okay, let me write it through. That is okay. So here you can say how simple it is code. And trust me, people find it very, very tough. But it is very simple. First of all, you have to create an object of take a screenshot interface. That is not possible directly because the interface. So you have to take a screenshot, TSS equal to driver, and you have converted, or you can say typecast in a take a screenshot. Then with the help of TSS, you call a function that is called get screenshot as, and here you have to give the output.file. So what it will do, this line actually simulate the print screen button, and whatever is stored in the memory, that is referenced by the src file. Then in the line 47, I created a physical file on my Pradeep data. Now this line, after running line number 47, it will create a physical file.png file, but this file will be blank. So now what I have to do, whatever I have captured in the src file object, okay, that I have to paste in my target file. So for that, I am using a function files.copy. The purpose of this function is to copy the content from one reference. It can be a file, it can be a object in the memory. So src file I copy and paste in the target file. Now just see, when I run this code, what will happen? Just see. Let me run it. Now let me go to the D drive and see. Is there any, are you able to see this file PNG?
Yes, yes.
So in this way, actually you can create the screenshot. But now the question is that I was telling you about the how to take the screenshot. But then now the question is that when you should take the screenshot, we cannot do something like that. Okay, after each and every step, we cannot take the screenshot. Reason is that otherwise our automation folder will be full of screenshots. Yes, sir.
Screenshots.
Yes. So definitely I have told you about that, how you should take the screenshot, how you can take the screenshot, but you have to decide the proper place for that, this code. Okay. So you can do one thing, whenever you are doing some validation, at that time, you should take the screenshot. I can give the example. One example I can give you here, like Control X. You are validating in the last previous session, you have validated if pop-up is opened or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
So you will see if your pop-up, here you can see your pop-up contains user registration. In that case, you are able to accept. Otherwise, you are making your test case fail. At the time of failing, you can do one thing. You can take the screenshot also, because it will tell you really at that time pop-up was opened or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because the scenario can be maybe pop-up was opened, but your code alert.accept was not able to click on that. So that's why it comes to the condition of else. Maybe second thing is that why it was not able to click, because maybe in your pop-up this content was not matched. User registered, instead of user registered successfully, maybe the message was something different. So in that case, what will happen? When it will fail, it will take the screenshot. And when you come to the next stage in your company and you will analyze your failures, you can easily see the screenshot. Yes or no? So
Yes.
it is the easiest way to analyze your failure. So now the thing is that these 4 lines of codes are used to take the screenshot. Now tell me, in your automation, you are going to take the screenshot several times. So are you going to write this 4 lines of code again and again? Tell me.
No.
No. Now tell me something, whatever is reusable, what is reusable in your Java, that is actually known as a concept. There's a concept in Java that if something is reusable, you should make a, what for that? Function.
Function for that.
If anything is reusable, any code is used multiple times, multiple places by multiple persons. So instead of writing that code again, you should create a function for that. So we can do the same thing here. In the same class I'm trying to create, but at the time of framework creation, you have to create this function in a separate file. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So here I will do one thing. I can create a function like public. I will say public, and then I will say void.
Right.
Okay. I will tell you that you can use, you can say a return type of string also. I will show you both scenario. Public void, and will give the name capture. You can give any custom name which is suitable for your functionality. Capture screenshot. Okay, I'm just giving here a name. You can choose anyone. Okay, capture screenshot. Now what I will do, whatever code I have written, I will read it here. Is it okay?
Yes.
Now, wherever we want to call this, wherever we want to take the screenshot, what we will do? Simply we call this function. Yes or no? Yes or no? That is simple one. Now the thing is that if you want to create the object, because this function is non-static, we have not used the static keyword here. So whenever you want to call this function, you have to create the object of Selenium demo. Yes or no? Are you getting this point? I am saying that whenever you are creating any non-static function or property, how you can access it? Creating the object of that class. Yes or no?
Yes.
So if I make it a static, I don't need to create the object of Selenium demo class. I can directly call with the name of class Selenium demo dot capture screenshot. Yes or no?
Yes.
So now you will see wherever you want to call it. I want to call it after middle name. Let me write Selenium demo dot capture screenshot. Yes or no? It will capture.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So wherever you want to take the screenshot, simply write this line. After age also you can write. Yes or no? So now the thing is that because you have created a general function here, you can take a screenshot anywhere. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now there is a drawback of this function. What is drawback? Anybody can tell me by watching these 4 lines. If you concentrate on the 4 lines, you will see that there is a drawback if I'm going to use at multiple places.
The code is increases.
The thing is that every time, whenever this code will call, function will be called, it will create the file with the name of file.png. So it will overwrite the same file. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So we can make it. Tell me what we can do. We can make it function, this function as a parameterized, that whenever somebody want to capture the screenshot, he will give the name of the image. All right? So how we can achieve it? We can make this function string and we'll make a parameterized image name. Yes or no? So in this way you have to learn. Now what I will do, instead of writing here file, I will make this thing here that, let me do one thing. I will do remove this thing. I will plus, this is concatenated after this double quotes. Then I will write whatever name you are giving in the parameter image name. And then again, at last, I will concate dot page. Who is not getting this code? Tell me. This is very important. Payal, Shruti, are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
If you are not getting, if you are not getting, Ranjita, you are getting. Ranjita, you are getting. It is simply what I have done. Actually, this is the complete.
Sir, one thing I did not understand. What is that new file? You was copy pasting some path, image path, right?
Yeah. So actually, what I am trying to do, Ranjita, whenever calling this function, if I'm not giving any image name as a parameter, so I have reused the hard coded Pradeep data file.png. So what will happen when this code will run? It will take the screenshot with the name of file.png. Again, after some time, I'm calling the same function. So it will create again the file with the file.png. So previous one will be overridden. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I make this function as a parameter that whenever somebody will call this function, he will give the name of the image. Okay, he will give the name of the image. And what will happen? That image name I'm using in my file. So Pradeep data, that is the hard-coded value. Whatever you are giving the name of image file, that is image name, and dot last extension is dot png. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, whatever this takes screenshot, that will be stored in the folder in Pradeep data.
Yes,
right?
and the image file will be the name of the image file, whatever you are passing as a parameter, right?
Okay, sir.
So now you will see what is the benefit. In this case, you can see whenever you are
multiple screenshot, that name should be the same, right?
Yes, that's why I'm saying that at the same time, whenever you are calling the first, you can take the example here. You want to capture the screenshot here, so you will pass the, you can say screenshot name, like I'm giving middle name. Are you getting my point?
Yes,
so
sir.
what it will do at that moment, when it will capture the screenshot, it will capture the screenshot and will give the name of the screenshot middle name.png. And at this moment, you want to call the, you can say call the screenshot function. You will give the name. You can give any name. I will say age. So what will be the name of the screenshot? Age.png. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me remove all the screenshot from here. That will be easy for me. So that you can see here. Okay, no screenshot is there. Now just see what will happen. When this code will run Java application, and you will see what will happen. Now go and check your screenshot folder. Are you able to see the 2 screenshot? Middle name.png. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And this is age.png. So why I've made the function, 2 benefits I've taken. One thing is that, one benefit is that I don't need to write that 4 line of code again. Whenever you want to call that function, you are simply calling it because you have created a function for that. Yes or no? So these 4 lines of code are not repeated. Second thing, that whenever you are calling this function, you are giving the name of the image as per your requirement, as per your own choice. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so every time it is storing in the Pradeep data, but the name of the file it is creating on the base of the parameter. Is it okay?
Yes.
So this is you can say functionality, that how you can take the screenshot. Okay, now I will come to the next topic. So for next topic, let me create a separate file, and that I'm going to tell you about the frame handling, FRAME, frame handling. And this is also very, very good thing. And very important thing of the, you can say, automation. So let me copy the common code that always I try to do. I always copy common code here. So let me write it here. Okay, so now let me close the rest of the things. Okay, now the first thing. Anybody know what is frames? Anybody know about the frames in the web application? Anybody have seen frame? No? Okay, let me show
Border,
you.
sir. For
Yes.
example, if you're creating some
Yes, right,
text,
right.
there
What?
should be a border.
Yes, yes. What happens that frames is actually, you can see whenever anybody try to design some UI. Okay, so making a proper alignment like a top menu, left bar, footer, header, to make these things in a proper alignment, they use the concept of frames. Okay, I will give you the example of my own application. If you go and you want to see my own application, the complete one is that is in the desktop. There is website. Then you take the example of home.html. This one. If you will concentrate on my website, you will see this is actually divided into 4 parts. Are you able to see this red border? You can see I can drag it. Yes or no?
Yes.
And from the left also I can move it. And from the bottom also. So why I'm able to move it? Reason is that actually you are able to see that it is a single web page, but it's actually not a single web page. Your page is actually, your one browser page is divided into the 4 parts, and you are able to see 4 web pages at a time. Are you getting my point? This is user registration page. You are aware this is the user registration page which is available here. Yes or no?
Yes.
And you want to see the header page. This is the header page. This is the left menu page. I can show you. Let me show you here. This is the header page. This is the header page. Yes or no? Which you are able to see the top one.
Yes.
Yes or no? And you want to see the left menu page. Let me show you that thing also. That is called left menu. LEFT. Where is this one? This is my left menu page. Now you can see header. This is header. This is left menu page. This is utilization page. And all the things are combined together in home.html. Getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
now you will see what these boundaries are. These boundaries are actually known as frames. So today I can say this in my application. I have divided this page in 4 frames. Okay. Now what happens that basically this is used for alignment. That's why they don't show you this red border. You want to see? Let me remove this red border, and you will be able to see that you are not able to identify really it is divided into 4 parts or not. Okay, so where is my home.html? Where is home? Yeah, let me click edit plus and let me remove one code here. Instead of border 10, I'm writing border 0. You don't need to learn it. I'm just showing you that how you watch it, how you basically see in your real application. Are you able to see any border? Are you able to see? But still feeling that your alignment is very, very good. Yes or no? You can see here first name is in the proper alignment. All left is, or the header is that. Yes or no? Because you have used the frame concept and you have removed the border 0. So nobody can understand, oh, how properly they have maintained the alignments. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now I will tell you, but what is the challenge of the frame? Now you will see one thing. This is my user registration page. Let me do one thing. I'm going to run a code. Recently what I've run, like Selenium demo was this one. Yes. So let me run this code. I'm going to run this code. Only the condition is that I'm using which path? User registration.html. Single user registration page. And let me run this and tell me it is working fine or not. It is working fine. Now, instead of giving the path of user registration page, I am giving the path of my complete page, which actually contains the user registration page also. Let me give it here and just see same code is running or not. Let me run it. and tell me that same code is running or not. Same code is running. You are not able to see any impact on the user HTML. Are you able to see anything written on the first name, middle name? No. And you can go and check the console also. And just tell me what is the error it is showing you. It is saying that no such element. What is the name of element? Input first name. Now tell me, are you confident there is no such element, input F name? No. Reason is that just before this run, I have run the automation with the user registration page. At that time, it was working. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now the question is that when I am taking the whole website home.html, which actually I can see easily, which contains this field also, as the right, but why it is not able to identify? And the reason is that whenever your page is divided into the frames and you will try to find any element, it directly cannot access that element. First of all, you have to enter into that frame, enter into that particular part. Getting my point?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So you will see, again, let me do one thing. Again, let me, you can say, show the border also. Now you will see, actually, whenever your application is using a concept of frames and you want to find any element, first of all, you have to take your control within that particular frame. Okay, now I can show you how many frames are there. You are able to see there are 4 frames, but I can show you a way of finding it. Inspect anything, and in your developer tools, write Control F, and then you can write the XPath of the frame. What is the XPath of the frame? FRAME. Tell me how many frames you are able to see right side. 1 of 5. Are you able to see right side 1 of 5?
Yes. Yes.
It means your application contains 5 frames.
5.
Now the thing is, sometimes the frame is identified by frames, or some places it is written iframe. There is no difference in terms of handling. If your frame is using the frame tag, that is okay. If your frame is using iframe, in both the cases, the handling will be same. So in your case, you can see here, when it is showing 1 of 5, I can click on the arrow and you will see it will highlight the left side, the same frame. It is highlighting left one, yes or no? Now you'll see it is highlighting the left, you can say
Right.
user registration page,
Yes.
then the right thing, and then the, you can say again, it will the header, left menu, this one, and in the same way it is going to access each and everything. So you can get, there are 4 frames. Now the question is that how you can get the, how you can handle or take your control to the particular frame. So for that purpose, there is a function that is called, after you're going to the particular, after accessing, before accessing any element in a particular frame, you have to take your control to that frame. Driver dot switch to. There is a function that is called driver dot switch to dot frame. What is the function name? Frame. And in this function, you have to pass the ID or the name of the frame, whatever is available. Whatever is available. So now how you find, just see here. Do one thing. You can do one thing. You want to enter to the this frame, right? So click on this element. And now try to check one thing. Let me drag it below because it's showing this. Okay, now do one thing. You will see. This is the element. Try to go above and see what is the frame name in which this element exists. Go above, go above. Are you able to see this is the frame? Yes or no? If I click on this, I'm just putting my cursor to this frame. You will see which portion is highlighted on your application. Your user registration part. And you know that your element is available here. Your element is available here. So it means you have to switch your control to this frame. Just copy the name of this frame and paste it here. Okay, now just see what will happen. Run it and see your code is working or not. Just tell me. Your code is working?
Yes.
Okay, so now this thing is known as frame handling. Whenever you want to, whenever in your application, you are able to find, you are not able to find the element, and you are sure that no, my locator is right, but still not, I am able to, my automation code is not able to find the element. there may be chances that your element is actually within a frame. Getting my point? Otherwise,
Yes.
you can see whenever I was using the user registration page, it was simple. So you are able to directly find the element. But when I use the home.html and this home.html, this element f name was actually wrapped in a frame, covered in a frame. So that's why I took my control to that particular frame and then it was able to access. Getting my point?
Yes.
Now you will see in this flow, suppose take the example after this flow, or you can say, take the example after this flow, I want to took my control to the left menu. Suppose I want to click on the Selenium link. Anybody can tell me what I can do? I am doing one thing. After completing this flow, let me take my control to that frame. So how I can make the control? Driver dot switch to dot frame. Yes or no? And in the frame, I will write the ID or frame of the left menu page. Yes or no?
Yes.
And then I'm writing a code to click on that so that you can find really it is clicking or not. Driver dot find element by dot, or you can say link text. I'm using link text because I want to click on Selenium link. Is it okay?
Yes.
So let me go and find it. What is the link? This one. Click on Selenium. Inspect. This one. So I can link text is this one. Selenium. So let me write it here. Selenium. Now just see what will happen. If I will run this code, definitely before clicking on this, I have to take my control to that particular frame, and you can identify easily. This is the page, so you can do one thing. In the frames, you can click on this element and see what is the name of the frame. So you can see this is the highlighted Selenium is there. So go to the top. This is the name of the frame. Yes or no? Left menu. It is highlighting the total left part.
Yes.
Yes or no? So
Yes.
copy this frame name and switch it here, and you will see it will work, but it will not work. That is the reason. I will tell you what is the reason. But before, let me run it and just see it is still giving the problem or not. Okay, now you can see it has completed the flow, but when it try to click on the Selenium, you will see it is still giving one thing. What is saying? No frame element found by ID
Already.
left menu. It is saying that it is not able to find any frame with the name of left menu. We know that there is a frame. Yes or no? We have seen it. This is the name of the frame. Then why it is not able to find? The only reason is that whenever you have entered into any frame and from that frame you want to switch to any other frame, first of all, you have to come out of the previous frame. Are you getting my point? It is something like that. You can take the example. In your house, you have 4 rooms. In your house, you have 4 rooms. And in your 4 rooms contains one entry point, one entry gate. Now tell me, if you are in one room and you want to go to the another room, first of all, you have to come out of that room. Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you getting my point? If you want to see the graphical representation of that, I can show you something like that. Just think about that. This is your whole, you can say, complete house. And your house is something like that. This is, you can say, one room. This is another room. This is another third room. Maybe take the example. And in this is, you can say, this is the entry point. I'm creating the gates, or you can say entry point. 1. Okay, let me make it different color so that you can get it. This, you can assume this is one gate for entrance for this room. This is for this room, and this is for this room. Now tell me, suppose take the example. This is the person. This is the person. So this person is first of all going to the first room. Yes or no? It is going to the first room in this way. Now he want to go to the second room. How it will go? It will directly go to the second room, or first of all, it will come out of this room and then will go to the second room. Getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
If it want to go to the third room, first of all, it come to this room and then go to the third room. Now again, if it want to go to the first room, first of all, come out of this room and then go to other. Yes or no? You are getting this point?
Yes.
And same
Yes.
thing here. So how? The thing is that whenever in the starting, because you have entered into the user registration frame, now that's why whenever you are trying to switch on the left menu, it was not able to switch. First of all, you have to, before switching to the next frame, you have to come out of the previous frame. And how it is possible? There is a code that is called driver.switch to default content. So anybody, if asked in the interview that what is the code to come out of a particular frame, you can tell default content. Or you can say, whenever you are make your practice, whenever you are switching to a frame, you should first of all come out of that frame. Getting my point? So make your
Yes.
habit. Now just see, I have just written this line of code and your code will run. Just see here. Click on the Selenium link. That's why you are able to see Selenium fee 20,000, duration 3
Yes.
months. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So now this is, so you can make this habit that whenever switching, you can do in the starting also, because the thing is that definitely not needed in the starting, but try to make your practice whenever you are writing this line of code, switching to frame, you can write this code before it, right? So always you have to write 2 lines of code, driver.switch to default content, and then you write driver.switch to the particular frame. Getting my point? So in first case, what will happen? If you are, because you are not entered in any frame, so it will not make any impact. Whenever saying default.switch to content, by default, it will available out of the frame. So it will simply run. But next time it is going to give you the help. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So first time you don't need it, but try to make your practice that you are every time you are using these 2 lines together. Getting my point? Now you will see in the same way, you want to click on the header one. Suppose you want to click on the FAQ link. What you will do? Simply you come out of this frame and you can switch on the header. And you can see how you find the header. You can simply see here, this one.
Yes.
You are able to see, I'm clicking on the frames. Whenever you click left side, you will easily find that the element which you are trying to access, that is covered in that frame or not. I click on this header. You can see FAQ is covered in this frame, yes or no? So if you
Yes.
want to access the FAQ link, first of all, you have to take your control to this frame header. Is it okay?
Yes.
So this is called your frame handling. In this way, you can handle it. Now I will give you the real example, something in the real application also. For example, take the application of Amazon. You will see in this case, because this is the latest application, in the latest application, sometimes people use the frame and sometimes we use the iframe, but the handling is same. I can show you. Inspect anywhere. Now I will say Control F. I'm writing XPath. FRAME. It is not showing anything, but let me write iframe. How many elements are there? How many elements are there? How many frames are there? 1 of 4.
1 of 4.
You can see, and you can see when I'm writing the first one, it will show you the highlighting one also. Just see here. Highlighting the laptop from top brands.
Yes. Yes.
So it means this laptop top brand section is actually designed within a frame.
Okay.
And other things you can click on this one. This part is again, you can see the second one. Again, I'm showing you this one, watch part, where there is a quilt also. It is designed in a separate frame. And you want to see the name, you can see here, iframe name is there. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
In this way, in the real application, sometime you will find it that your application is not able to find any element, and you are 100% sure that you have written the right XPath, right locator. Then you have to make it out. Maybe your element is wrapped within a frame. That's why your Selenium automation is not able to identify at the time of run. Then you have to write a code of switch to frame. Is it okay?
Yes. So best practice is to use with the frame one, right?
Yeah. Actually, the thing is that this is the code which is developed by the developer. Developer decide that for creating the frame, they are using the frame concept or iframe. So only the tag name are different. But if you want to handle in the Selenium, the function will be same driver.switch to frame. Getting my point? Developers
Yes.
are using the iframe tag or they are using the frame tag. It doesn't matter for a automation, right?
Okay.
You have to just the pass of the ID
No,
or
no.
name of. Yeah.
My question is like to do the automation. So the best practice is to go with the frame, like frame concept is more better than using like how to like simply we used to do like previously without using frame we are doing right click and all. So better to use in the frame so that we'll get to know where it is failing.
No, yeah, that's why I'm saying that reason is that, but you can't say 100% sure that every application is using the frame. If they are using the frame concept, then you can apply it, right? If they are not using, like take the example, if my whole application is something like this, so everything is written in the page, there is no frame concept, so we
Yes.
don't need to use it, right?
Yes.
So the thing is that if they are using the frame concept, then whatever you are saying that is the best practice because they are using the frame concept. So definitely you should take your control to the frame and then you try to access the element, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So anybody else, any question?
No.
Okay. So now whatever I've covered, I'm not going to cover so much topics. 2 topics are enough. Let me again go through so that I can tell you what I'm going to cover tomorrow. Let me open it. Let me open it. Okay, so today I've covered the frame part. I covered this part. Okay, cross browsing I've already covered. If you have seen, cross browsing means you can write a if and else condition on the basis of browser type. Can you remind it? This one, if you can remind it. Maybe I've removed that code from here. That was written somewhere. Maybe I've removed from the Selenium demo. Okay, that was written here. Okay, but I've covered. You know that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, let me now go to the, so handling I have already covered. Tomorrow I will cover this navigation part and also very, very important thing of your automation, that is called date picker. What is date picker? In your application, you will see so many type of calendars are there and you have to make automation to select the date. I can give the very, very good example, like in the make my trip. In the make my trip, every places there are different type of calendars. Yeah. So the thing is that I will tell you the proper way to handle any calendar. Like you can see here, it is showing the calendar in the 2 months parallelly. Mostly it not happens. In the mostly cases, what happens? The calendar shows only current month, but in this case, it is showing 2 months, but handling will be same. Now you'll say in some cases like Facebook, your calendar is very, very simple. In the Facebook, if you'll go to the Facebook, they have given the calendar like 3 drop downs. Select the date, very easy. Select the month, very easy. Because actually you can say they are not giving a calendar option. They are giving you a 3 drop down option. So it is more easy because you know that how to handle drop down. So different places, the way of you can say handling the date is different. You can take the example of my own website. You can see here. I've given the proper way. Actually, you can say 99% calendars are written in this way. There is an icon. When you click on it, opens it. Yes, or no? And then you select the date and it select that. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I will tomorrow. I will tell you that any type of calendar, how you are going to handle it. I will try to tell you a common strategy to handle any type of calendar. Like it contains one calendar, it contains 2 months parallelly, it contains drop down. You already know. Getting my point?
Yes.
So we'll cover this thing tomorrow. So please, and tomorrow, maybe I'm sure that tomorrow your you can say Selenium part will be completed. One thing will be pending, that is called your maybe your Excel part. Okay, so Excel part I will cover the type of test engine, that how you can use the data from the Excel. Is it okay?
Yes.
And you can also make sure from your side, don't depend on me. You can go and just explore this part, only explore this part, all the Selenium part from here. You can explore till the end and you can tell me, Pradeep, something is not covered. Okay. If something is not covered, I will tell you. Maybe if it's not covered, I will cover. Like take the example, properties file. So this I will cover in the framework. So I will tell you why I'm not covering this. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
So we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.